pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life, if we can take care of these at an early age and start getting some of these things to our children and grandchildren, and I think we can make this game, our game, football, a safer place.
And so the whole goal is we're trying to make the game safer. And so Odyssey and this drug, we believe, can be a game changer in so many different ways. Yes, on the football field, in the game of football, because that's where my passion lies, but also in the game of life.
All right, boom, we're live.
Boom.
Bet the Deed, episode 9.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Celtics had an early exit.
Is that why you laughed?
No, I laughed because you barely made the cut. Got here like 6 minutes before the start.
No, it was 15 minutes.
No.
Hey, some people are busy, bro. Some people got shit to do.
Yeah, damn right.
So.
Mark will be coming for MMA, I think. I think Mark's going to be coming for around 7:45.
Yeah, you had a cryptic message, so I don't really
know
what he said.
Bet the Deed, and we got tons of Boston sports that we can talk about and more. Big shout out to our sponsor, Odyssey Group International, with their drug Prevacol, working tirelessly on research for concussion prevention and concussion healing, I guess would be the term.
Dropped a piece of wood on my head, used it. Boom.
There you go. Boom. All right, so jumping right into Bet the Deed podcast, we have a couple things we could talk about, but that is fitting that we say rest in peace to the Celtics as they were just out, and the Nets were the big heavy favorites on that series, and they'd won. If we want to talk about that real quick, because I did find something decently interesting. So the Nets, who have been plus 200 for the most part going into the NBA championship pro future, are now plus 170.
Whoa.
So their odds have gone even closer to negative, which I think that after the next series when they beat the Bucks, I think they'll beat the Bucks. I think it will go to something like minus 110 or something like that. There's no one in the West that is concrete. The Lakers are about to get eliminated. The Clippers are about to get eliminated. The Mavs are just Luka Doncic, so if a team shuts him down, the Mavs go down. The Suns are a bunch of ragtag people. I think they're going to be good in 2 years, but I don't think it's their year to win the finals this year. So you got the Nets, 76ers I like, but other than that, I don't see who's winning.
Yeah. So I'd say bet the Deed on Brooklyn Nets.
Brooklyn Nets plus 170 to win
It's a good number.
Finals.
It's a good number.
And speaking of basketball, speaking of the Lakers, Game 6 of the Suns versus the Lakers in Los Angeles tonight. The Suns won 2 days ago to push the series of 3-2 in favor of Phoenix. And the Lakers are the favorites tonight. In Los Angeles, -2, and money line is minus 135. The Suns +2, money line plus 115. Over under 207.
Yeah. So what you should do
First of all, what I see, what immediately jumps out to me is that I want to take the over. Over 207. I like that.
Over 207.
Because the Suns and the Lakers.
Anthony Davis, right?
Is AD out? I know that he's been playing injured, but I don't know if he's out. I haven't
Okay.
heard any. I could be wrong though. Just double check.
It's like when I heard AD got hurt, I was like, boom. I'm like, Nets are gonna win it no matter what now. You know, it's kind of like a no-brainer. Or not Nets. Nets.
Yeah, Nets. Yeah. Anthony Davis is day to day. So is KCP. So is Chris Paul. Nobody has been ruled out yet. At least of those three.
Mavs plus 2.5 tonight.
Mavs don't play tonight.
Tomorrow, I mean. Oof. Like that. And then just take Brooklyn every game. Fucking money line.
Bruh.
Send it.
Bruh.
Parlay it with
Are you
something.
seeing what I'm seeing for tonight though? The Denver Nuggets, who are up 3-2 in the series,
Yep.
are plus 175. We're plus 5 for the spread. I'm going to take a money line.
Yeah.
The Nuggets are up 3-2. They just beat the Trailblazers. I don't know if you saw Game 4 in that series or Game 5, excuse me. But Damian Lillard had like a career record-breaking night. First person playoff history to go 55 points and 10 assists. He also shot like 75%. He hit 2 buzzer beaters to send the game into overtime and then send it into double overtime.
Wow.
And the only reason the Trailblazers lost is because the team around him sucks.
Yeah.
Like CJ McCollum, the second best player on the team, stepped out of bounds with 10 seconds left.
Who would you rather have, James Harden or Damian Lillard?
Oh, that's tough. That's really tough. Here's the thing. I'm going to say Damian Lillard.
Me too.
And it's recency bias because he just had a great game. I mean, they both have their positives. James Harden's obviously, you could say he's a top 5 player in the league. Dame Lillard, he's a little bit closer. But you could say
They're
that
both
he's
top
top
10.
5.
They're both
top 10, but you could make an argument for James Harden to be top 5. 1, because he's won an MVP. 2, because his assist numbers are way better than Dame Lillard's. James Harden, if he doesn't score 40, he'll give you 10 assists, which is valuable. But Dame Lillard is so much more effective without the ball in his hand. And James Harden just never doesn't have the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
I like Dame Lillard. I think his mindset is one of the best in NBA
I think he's one of the clutch,
one of the most clutch, one of the
clutch
best
shooters
leaders.
in NBA history. And that's a fucking fact right there.
Also, you
He
can
doesn't
say
miss in clutch spots.
Dame Lillard's 2 years younger than James Harden, too.
Very true.
So that's what we got for basketball tonight. What do you think about the Suns Lakers? In LA, Lakers -2, -135 money line.
Think I'm gonna go Lakers, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I fucking hate the Lakers. I hate them, and I'm gonna take them because I feel like I don't know. A lot of people like the points. I will take the Lakers -2.
Here's something I'm saying. We just talked about Dame Lillard is super clutch, and he is, and he's way more clutch than the person I'm about to say, who is underratedly clutch.
Oh yeah,
But LeBron James in the playoffs, and
Kyrie Irving in the playoffs.
No. Well, yes, absolutely. But what I was going to say, LeBron James in playoff situations where it's win or go home,
Yeah.
LeBron James fucking wins. LeBron James, like his over/under for points tonight, I wonder if I can actually check that.
Oh, 100%.
What is his player prop for points? LeBron James total points, 29.5. I'm taking over all day. He's going to drop 40. Especially
I
with
take the
AD
over.
being kind of injured.
I'll take the
LeBron
over.
James is going to go the fuck off tonight. I would bet the deed on that. If they
Yeah,
gave me
especially in
advanced
go
props,
homes, yeah.
if they gave me advanced props,
What time's this game start? I might need to go back.
10:30, I think. LeBron James total points, assists, rebounds is 47.5. So if he gets 35, 8, and 6, that's 49 right there. 35, 7, and 6.
I don't fuck that. That's too risky.
I'm
Just give
taking
me the
that.
straight points.
I'm taking that
straight
all day.
Yeah. Well, what's the number on that?
It's -115 either way.
I don't know for all that shit.
Yeah.
36. What is it?
47.5 for total points, assists, and rebounds. I'm
I'd
taking
rather
that.
take the points.
I take both. I would love to take both because LeBron James in these kinds of games just goes off, puts the team on his back.
Yeah.
And there's no one on the Suns who really guards him. You know, they have a bunch of good guards, but everybody's small. Devin Booker's not guarding LeBron James.
Lakers. 1 to 3 points winning margin. plus 575.
Yeah, I see that.
4 to 6 plus 650. Now that is interesting. If I was rich or if I had more money than I do, I would put 100 on both.
I wouldn't put any money on any of these. There's such small gaps. I could see the appeal of it, but to get it that dead on
No, I'm saying if I had money
to blow. Right.
blow.
Units.
Like if I just
Units.
had money to blow, like it's
Right.
coming out of all my pockets, which it never will. I'd put 1 to 3 and 4 to 6. Whatever.
Yeah. It's going to be a good night of basketball, though. Both games are possible series enders if the right teams win.
Now Lakers -1 to halftime is very interesting.
-1 to halftime. What is it?
No, it's -1.
Oh, to halftime.
Yeah,
Lakers minus
just
one.
halftime. Yeah.
The Lakers just got killed last game. The Lakers are down 30 at halftime last game.
Yeah. First quarter, you can bet on just the first quarter.
Mhm.
Lakers are -1. It's -140. I mean -1, -105. Money line -140 and over under 51.5. So do they both get 25 points first quarter? I feel it's like 20-27 or like, you know what I mean? Some
Yeah, I might
bullshit.
take under. I might take under on the first quarter. Because usually it's like a second or third quarter that LeBron will go
Yeah, like
off.
second quarter, like I feel like people are just
Right.
gonna fucking
Right.
start going off.
All right. Well, I'll tell you about this at the next break. All right.
I already put the bet in previously before I came
Already
to
put the bet in. What bet did you put in before we go to break?
-1.5 Bruins plus 180.
Mm-hmm.
And I took it because that's going off, huh? I took it because the -1.5 hasn't been that high yet. It's been around plus 140, plus 130, plus 155. I'm gonna take those points every fucking day, dude.
And we're going to get into that right after this break. You're watching Bet the Deed podcast brought to you by Naked Sports. Go check out Naked Sports on YouTube at Naked Sports, no space. Check out Naked Sports and check out Fans Only Sports on YouTube as well. We will be right back. And boom, we're live. All right, so we've been talking about hockey, getting it right into the Bruins. We did just talk about basketball, so if you want to check that out, go visit our YouTube page at Naked Sports on YouTube, and you can find all Bet the Deed podcast content along with all of our other podcasts.
Yeah.
So going right into NHL, the Bruins are very interesting because they did just lose a heartbreaker game 2.
Wasn't really a heartbreaker. That was a good ass game.
It was a
Maybe a
great
heartbreaker
game.
to you.
I
but
watched.
It wasn't really a heartbreaker. More just like, damn, like that shit just happened.
Yeah.
And you know, it happened to the fucking. I couldn't think of this team's name. Ovechkin's team.
The
Right? I can't think of it either. But
is it the Capitals?
Capitals, yeah. Washington Capitals. When the goalie went behind his net and went to pass it, and the Bruins fucking came back and went on
It was a
the
little different.
other
though.
side of the net. No,
Was that-
that's a blow.
Right.
That,
right.
I think that's
It was a
more
defensive
of a blow.
fuck up, and
Like-
everybody's saying going after Tuukka's head. And I mean, yeah, he probably
I
should
don't
have
think
saved it.
I haven't even seen any reports.
People, no,
or
not
people-
reports, but just people I've talked to, like friends and stuff. They say like,
Oh,
"Oh,
like
Tuukka
amateurs.
fucking sucks," right?
Yeah,
And they're saying that was all Tuukka's fault. Like,
Rookies.
no, it was a defensive mistake.
How is that Tuca's fault?
And that's a one-on-one
Tuca-
from the midline.
Yeah, Tuca didn't put himself in that position.
It's basically a penalty shootout.
No, it is.
Right.
It is. Yeah, it's a free penalty shootout.
And
but
not for nothing, but the guy who shot it, I can't remember his name. It was like Sisevsky.
it's a quick shot.
Savesky.
It's a quick shot, bro.
It was bar down in the corner. Bar down.
Bar down.
Yeah.
I mean, he went right over his gloved hand, dude.
Right.
It's Tuca, man. He's the guy's top 5 in the league.
Right.
His
It's a great
contract
shot.
year is up, dude. So Tuca is playing for a contract. Well, maybe not a contract. He's playing for money.
Mhm.
How much money do you want to get paid next year, buddy? You want to?
How much money do you think Tuca gets
If-
paid? NHL players don't have as big of deals, right? Like Jack Eichel just got signed,
Tuca's the highest paid in the
Goalie.
league. Yeah,
but Jack Eichel just got signed like the record deal, and it was only like 17 mil a year, some shit like that. I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
I
Even
think
that's
Tuca
kinda
gets paid
insane.
like less than 10.
Yeah, like everyone's usually around like the 6 mil, 7 mil, like good players. You know what I mean? Which I take that, but
Come on,
it's not a
Wi-Fi.
little
Whoa.
amount. But for what they do, and like, look what baseball players get paid, dude.
So Tuukka Rask, 8 years ago.
Is that working? That might.
Tuukka Rask, 8 years ago, signed an 8-year, $56 million contract.
Hmm.
And $7 million a year for the best goalie in the NHL.
Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to the Bruins betting line. So the Bruins face the Islanders tonight at 7:30 on NBCSN.
-1.5.
-1.5 at plus
What a
180.
fucking catch.
Money
Everyone
li-
saw that.
Money line is -150.
Which also is intriguing to me. When the Bruins come back on a break, they go on this 2-3 day break. They come back and they usually go off. They score a lot of goals. And in these past 2 previous series, Bruins -2 plus 290 is a very intriguing bet.
-2 plus 290. Yeah, but how many games have the Bruins won by over 2? They won game 1 against the Islanders. They won game 4 against
They
the
won
Capitals
3.
by 3. So 2 of their 7 games they've won by more than 1 point.
They've done more than that.
Is it? I think it's just those.
3? Yeah, because they beat the Capitals in the last game of the series.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what- yeah.
by like 4 goals.
That one, and then game 1 against the Islanders.
Yeah, and then before that, and if they win by 2, you still get your money back.
Yeah, it's a push.
That's a win
It's
to
a
me.
push. Yeah.
That's a win. You know what I mean?
I like it because listen, the Islanders defense,
They have a
they
really
no,
good
they were
offense.
pretty good. Varlamov was really good in game 2.
I'm not impressed with their defense. I think their offense is very fast. I think it's faster than us, if not pretty damn
Big
fucking
ups.
close.
Big ups, in my opinion. The MVP of the postseason so far has been Charlie McAvoy. Charlie McAvoy has been elite. He is the most time on ice every single game. That's a stat you can look up. Every single game, Charlie McAvoy has the most time on ice. He also lets in like 1 goal every 3.5 games, I think it is, when he's on shift. And he scored the fucking huge slap shot in game 1, excuse me, that put them ahead. And then eventually they won.
Honestly, I think Marchand's the
Marchand's been great for hype, but he's had
Hype?
like 2 or 3 goals.
dude. He fucking got 1 goal, 1 assist in the comeback in the
Yeah.
3rd period the other night.
Right.
Yeah,
He's
and
been,
then he
but he has his quiet
more
games.
assists than the whole team.
but he has quiet games.
No,
I'm not saying
at all.
I'm.
Not at all. I'll look up his stats right now. But Marchand
anyway.
is killing it.
But anyway, for the Bruins,
Pastrnak is scoring fucking left and right.
Pasternak is going.
You know, he
off.
got a hat trick.
hat
the other
trick
day.
game 1.
You know what I mean? I think it's that whole first line.
So, Bruins, you are completely right. The whole first line of the Bruins
That
has
whole
been
first line.
amazing.
It's the best, maybe the best line in the NHL.
Who is our second starting defenseman?
Jacob Carlo,
Brandon Carlo.
Brandon Carlo. Yeah, I think so.
Is DeBrusk a defenseman?
DeBrusk is a defenseman. Yeah.
He is? Okay. Anyway, what I wanted to get into, because there is a couple things that I was looking at for the Bruins earlier
Yeah.
that is amazing. But first, I want to talk to you about this. Did you see the hit last night in the Lightning Canadiens game?
No.
You didn't see this hit? I'm going to see if I can put it on the stream somehow. But you have to see this.
in these playoffs, he has 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points, and has a 4 for plus minus.
Mhm.
I want to know what Bergeron's is now. Yeah, but we're kind of spending too much time on this shit. Carolina Hurricanes, Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm gonna do Tampa Bay Lightning. I mean, it is fucking.
Yeah, the Lightning.
They're good.
The Lightning are really good this year.
I just think it's either us or them going to the finals, bro.
Well, the Colorado Avalanche are assumed to come out of the West, and now the Lightning are betting favorites over the Bruins to come out of the East. The Lightning have the favorite odds in the East, but I got to show you this hit.
I'll take the better number. Keep giving it to me. The Bruins are plus 400 when they come. Now they're plus 500.
They're plus 500. I was going to show
that.
that because the other day you were saying that they were plus, what was it, 380?
Plus 4.
I was a plus 4. They lose a game, goes to plus 500. That could be where you make a move.
Yeah, it is worth the move. It was worth the move at plus 400. Now they're just giving you more money.
It's not loading, so I'll show it to you later. But when I show it to you, you're gonna be like, "Holy fuck!" Like,
yeah, Marchand had a huge hit the other night in overtime. Sent the guy flying.
So, like we just said,
scrapper.
Plus 500 for the Bruins to win the Stanley Cup. Right now, I believe the Colorado Avalanche are plus 280, and the Lightning are plus 300, something like that.
Damn, if I was an Islanders fan, minus 1.5 for plus 340. Ooh. God damn. But
Avalanche are plus 125 to win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Lightning are plus 300. Bruins are plus 500. The Avalanche haven't lost a game in the playoffs, by the way.
That's just putting more pressure on themselves, I think.
Yeah.
I do. Look at the Pats.
Best of 7 series winners. Bruins, Lightning. The Bruins are minus 220. Islanders plus 180. Which is very intriguing to me because these next 2 games are in New York.
Yeah,
it's
well,
tough.
but we won one at Washington.
No, we did. I know.
Yeah.
But going 1-1, we also won 2 games in Boston against the Capitals, and we only won 1 against the Islanders.
I mean, we can go back and forth all day,
Right.
but it's the same shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like a big fucking difference. You know what I mean?
So over-under is 5 tonight, which is weird because the last game it was 5.5 and it went over. And now they're bringing the over-under down. So I would take the over.
Game before that, it was 5, though.
I would take the over 5. First period over-under is 1.5. What do you think about that?
I don't touch that. Fuck that. I don't touch the over-unders in hockey. It's a death sentence.
Race to 3 goals. Boston Bruins plus 110.
You can bet over-under 5, dude. Teams winning 3-2, and then, 10 seconds left. Boom.
Right.
Empty netter. How do you predict that?
Both teams to score 2 or more. Yes is minus 120. No is minus 110. That's weird.
So with that. It's just crazy how the Islanders numbers are so different from the Bruins. You know what I mean? It's not even like
Yeah, like they're
at home and they're minus 1.5 getting plus 340. Like
right.
that. Like that's bananas to me. If I wasn't such a fan and I don't know any other team, I've never fucking studied any other team in hockey except for the Bruins.
Right.
Maybe the Penguins, dibble dabble, and Sidney Crosby.
The Canadians back in the day, when we had a
like
rivalry.
Patrick Subban and like all those faggots. Excuse me.
Jeez. Anyway, so to reach the Stanley Cup.
No, to continue. Minus 1.5 plus 340. Love it.
Is it plus 340? Minus 1.5 for the Bruins? Wait, what are you talking about right now?
No, I just said minus 1.5 plus 340 for New York. The Islanders is insanely good.
Got it. The alternate line. Got it.
It's insanely good. First game at home in New York, coming off a win in Boston.
Even -1 is plus 250.
I can't bet against the Bruins though. That's my
Right.
point. You know, I've never.
Bruins -2 is plus 200.
What was that other guy's name on the Canadians? Pacioretty.
Pacioretty.
Dude, that guy.
PK Subban.
No, that guy was so freaking good.
Max Pacioretty.
So good. It's
Who
like
was
every
their
time
goalie
he
back
got
in
the
the day?
puck. Huh?
Who was their goalie back in the day? He was so nice.
Price.
Carey Price.
Fucking
Yeah.
that guy, man. That guy is a
That guy
wizard.
spoiled a couple of the Bruins playoffs.
It's Price. There's that other guy, McFlurry.
Flurry.
Him. He's on the Vegas Knights. That's why they always fucking almost win every year. It's crazy. It's like the goalie is kind of like the same worth as like a quarterback in football. You know,
Mhm,
your
mhm.
team's only going to be as good as the goalie. You know, look at Tim Thomas. Tim Thomas's best year was the year that they won it.
Right.
You know, so
So just a quick recap of the series is before we go into another commercial.
another one.
For the series, Bruins -220, Islanders plus 180. Hurricanes plus 500, Lightning -700. Avalanche -700, Golden Knights plus 500.
For what?
Canadians -220, Jets plus 180.
Oh, just to win the series? Yeah.
So there's it. Vegas, and at least where we're getting our information from, Sportsbook Rhode Island gives no room for error because they think that they have the winners picked already and there's going to be no close series. Even though the Bruins are tied 1-1, they still have them at the same odds as the Canadians, who are up 2-0. It's kind of interesting.
-220. That has been that. I can't bet on that. You can't tell me I got to put 220 down for the Bruins to win this series, which this series is going to 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And better off not, probably going to 7. These teams are very evenly matched.
Yeah. For tomorrow, the Winnipeg Jets
Yeah.
-1.5
Yeah.
plus 220. The Colorado Avalanche, who are going to win. Everybody has them as the favorites. They're 6-0. -1.5 plus 210.
Against the Canadians, who just won 7
No,
games.
against the Golden Knights.
The Golden Knights. I like the Golden Knights. Golden Knights could beat the Avalanche. Golden Knights they've won the Stanley Cup last year.
I don't
Or
think it
did they
was.
make
I don't
this-
think it was last year. I think it was 2 years ago. It was their first year.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen crazier shit happen.
Right. But that's something to keep in mind. The Colorado Avalanche tomorrow -1.5 plus 210, and that is in Vegas, by the way.
Oh yeah, love it. I definitely take Vegas.
Avalanche are -115 in that game. Golden Knights -105. That's gonna about wrap it up for hockey. You got any other questions you want to ask us about hockey? What we think about the NHL playoffs? Make sure you drop a comment in the description or
Very
you know,
interesting this year,
contact us.
and I've been seeing the numbers pretty good. I've won more than I lost in hockey.
Mm.
That's
Maybe that's what we're switching to. We're going to take another quick commercial break, though. Check out Naked Sports on
NASCAR.
YouTube at Naked Sports, no space. And also check out MMA Complete on YouTube, on our own YouTube channel, and on Naked Sports and Fans Only Sports Network. MMA Complete, we do live every Thursday night, 8 to 9 o'clock, as Bet the Deed is 7 to 8 o'clock every week.
live streams too. Live streams coming up.
Mhm.
I honestly I can't remember the date right now. I can't remember the date.
So, yeah, come check out MMA Complete every Thursday night at 8 p.m., which we will be streaming right after this. Thank everybody, and stay tuned. Boom, we're live. All right. This is the big one, Austin. This is what I'm going to put. Ooh, the lines went down. The lines went down. What is Floyd Mayweather's odds to beat Logan Paul this Sunday?
Well, people ain't betting on Floyd because his number is too ridiculous. So they had to bring it down. They had to. So I'm going to say minus 1,100.
Minus 800.
Minus 800. My second guess was minus 900.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Logan Paul plus 500. Any interest?
No. 0.
Logan Paul came out today and said that he gives the Paul brothers credit because they have done very well for themselves and they've fooled people into thinking that they can fight. And that this Sunday is real. And he doesn't think Logan Paul knows that. He doesn't think he knows that it's real. And I listened to that. I'm like, yeah, I agree with just about all that.
Yeah.
I agree with just about everything.
Logan Paul, like, you see him in interviews.
Dude,
like,
Logan
he talks, he's held up his own pretty
Right,
good.
absolutely.
Like he's got good confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Confidence is key in fighting. But when he's walking into that ring, they're playing his music, and there's fucking people yelling. Some of them probably cheering for him. Most of them cheering. He's gonna be like, it's like a walk to your death. It's like you're walking to your grave. You know what I mean? How is he gonna be able to handle Floyd Mayweather? How?
There's a couple things that get into it, and we're not going to talk about this too much here because if you want to know our full analysis on it, make sure you check out MMA Complete coming up next. But what I will say,
Every Thursday night at 8:00.
what I will say is that there's no official decision. So to bet on who wins means you're betting for a knockout. Just saying. If you want to put minus 800 or plus 500 on Mayweather, Paul, respectively, it's because you think one of them's getting knocked out. And in 8 rounds, 3 minutes, I don't know if there's going to be a knockout. I don't know if there's going to be a winner of this. I think at the end, we're all going to say, oh, blank got fucked up, Logan Paul got fucked up, but there's no official decision. Knockouts are referee's discretion.
Yeah, at least they can hit each other in the head. That's, you know what I mean? So I'm not expecting. He's going to gas out. Logan Paul is going to gas out a round and a half in.
If he will.
A round and a half.
I don't think he'll gas out a round and a half in.
Dude, it's the greatest boxer of all time. He's not even going to let him breathe. He's going to be able to do whatever he wants.
I don't think it's that simple.
I think it is.
If you want to hear our full analysis, make sure you check out MMA Complete coming up next at 8:00.
I think it really is.
All right, so moving on, we have baseball or MMA.
One more thing in boxing. So, we have a trilogy coming up, Zachary.
Yes, we do,
Tyson
and the
Fury.
odds are officially out on it.
And odds are out. And I've been talking about this with my boss for 3 days.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that you brought this up because I wouldn't have even thought of it.
And the number on Fury, bonkers. It should not be minus 290. There's no fucking way.
Currently minus 280, but you're right.
Yeah, it's bonkers. It's like you can't. I can't throw money on that. I can't throw money on him. Him by knockout minus 110 for knockout, ridiculous. That should be like plus 150 or something.
Is it though? Is it? That's what happened. That's the fight that we just saw.
Bro, it went to a decision a fight before
But
that.
everybody's gonna bet on it, so they wouldn't want to put it at plus 300 or something.
You think he's gonna be able to knock him out again?
Truthfully, yeah.
No, I really don't. When
Why?
does that shit happen?
What do you mean? They're heavyweights. That happens all the time. Anthony Joshua got knocked out.
Not in these situations.
Anthony Joshua got knocked out. Andy Ruiz got knocked out. Stravern got knocked out by Wilder.
One time. Yeah. To one dude.
Fury's never lost.
Well, he has.
No, he hasn't. He's never lost.
I thought he had. Or
He
what
drew with
he
Wilder.
drew. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm gonna put the money on Wilder, dude, because plus 280 or plus 230.
I want to talk about this too because I have a take on this fight of why I think Fury will win. I want to talk about this.
No,
MMA.
I think he will win too. But number wise,
all I'm
putting my
saying,
money on
if
Wilder.
we're talking about
Fury by decision is interesting.
if we are talking about Wilder by decision,
No, I know. That's what I want to get to.
Wilder by decision is plus 1,600.
Isn't that insane? Isn't that
You know what that is?
crazy?
That's goofy.
I know.
That's bananas.
It's
banana ice cream.
banana ice cream split with fucking cherries and everything.
That's
I don't
very
get.
interesting.
I really don't get these numbers.
It's very interesting. A draw is plus 2,000.
Yeah, another draw. Yeah, that should be like plus $1 million. You know what I mean? Like, I could.
Why is it so low then?
Why is Wilder?
Why is the draw so low?
Why is Wilder 1,600?
Because he just got
No, I know.
shit on. That's why.
Not really shitted on. Not really shitted on. Not really shitted on. It was a lucky punch until proven otherwise.
I will give you the fact that Fury hit Wilder in the second round, dropped him, but it was close. It looked like it was to the back of the head, and then after that, his equilibrium was all fucked up. If that punch doesn't happen, it's a better fight.
I'm glad you said
It is
that.
a much better fight.
The part that he hit him, that part of the brain that he hit, fucks with your equilibrium.
Mhm.
If he doesn't hit that spot,
Well, if you
What
just
does
get
that
hit in the
fight
back of
do?
the head because the skull is so much thinner in the back of the head that you're fucking hitting the brain.
no, but that part of the brain, I've watched many videos on this. That part of the brain that he hit fucks with your equilibrium.
Mhm.
It's like when you get punched in the ear too. That
Right.
fucks with your equilibrium too.
Right. And that's basically where Wilder got hit. It was right behind the ear.
Yeah.
Right
So
behind the ear.
if that punch doesn't happen, that's what this fight's for. You know what I mean?
Find out what our true takes are in MMA Complete coming up next 8 o'clock.
Official bets though for this fight.
Official bets. I got you right here. Ready? Ready?
Yeah, go ahead. You first.
Over under 7.5. Over. I'm taking over 7.5 at minus 115. I'm taking Tyson Fury money line
over 2.
at minus 280. And I'm sprinkling on Wilder by decision or technical decision at plus 1,600. That's what I'm doing. And I might sprinkle on draw too. Because the draw being that low, I get that they drew in the first matchup, but draws are usually like 7,000, 8,000 for boxing, 6,000-ish for UFC.
Yeah.
And it's at plus 2,000?
If Wilder
Maybe
wins-
it's just there because they want people to bet on it because they
Yeah.
think it could be another draw and they just want to
I have
trap
a
people.
lot of reasons why Wilder's going to win too, by the way. But
And make sure you tune in to MMA. Complete
Wilder, he doesn't knock him out. He doesn't knock him out because of his footwork. He can't. He can't knock him out.
Fury's head movement is so good.
It's really good.
The Gypsy
There hasn't
The
been.
Gypsy King.
I don't know boxing that well, but when I think head movement, I think Mike Tyson. The guy's fucking named after him. The guy's fucking named after Mike Tyson.
You think of Mike Tyson? How about Pernell
Head
Whitaker?
movement. I just think head movement,
How
and I'm
about
thinking
Muhammad Ali?
the best head movement. I'm thinking Mike Tyson. I'm thinking Iron Mike.
All right.
Um,
All right, we're
That
gonna
knockout
stop
on
into a
Spinks.
quick commercial break again, and when we get back, we're gonna talk a
I
little bit about.
haven't given my pick yet. You cocksucker.
Yeah, you did.
No, I think Wilder decision plus 1,600
Mhm.
is the one that you should, if you want to waste your money.
Yeah.
Waste it on that. Yeah. Put a unit on it. 2 units.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the pick.
All right, we'll be right back. Check out MMA Complete coming up live at 8 o'clock tonight and every Thursday, 8 p.m.
Practicing for another fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come on.
All right, so going into MMA, we will be talking much more about this next week, as right now we are 10 days out from the next UFC pay-per-view, UFC 263.
Are you pumped?
I'm pretty pumped.
I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty pumped.
I
for
think
that.
this card's going to be an underrated one throughout the year.
Yeah, I think it's getting overshadowed by the Conor and Poirier card, but I haven't seen much about it. But it's still overshadowed.
But I also think that the cheeky co-main event rematch between Figueiredo and Moreno has not been talked about at all.
nothing.
And it should be.
Nothing, and it's people aren't even. It's not even. This is why this is the good thing about Connor, and the bad thing is that he brings a lot of light to the sport, but he also
Takes away from
other fighters before and after, even after.
And we don't want to cross too much into what we would talk about MMA, so we're going to try to stick to betting.
We'll try. Well, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to read out the main card fights, and you're going to tell me who you think's going to win.
Is this for this fight night? Or?
This is not for the fight night. This fight night's meh. I'll throw in the main event real quick. The main event for this Saturday's fight night is Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Augusto Sakai, heavyweight division, 5 rounds.
Okay.
Rozenstruik is -125, Sakai is +105. Over under is 1.5. Under 1.5 is +150. Over 1.5 is -175. I kind of like the under 1.5 at +170, +150. I'm not gonna lie to you. Rozenstruik is a bomber. Rozenstruik will fucking go for it, and Sakai's a good kickboxer, so there's always a chance either of them get caught.
Yeah, the thing about kickboxing, they're very, very good at keeping their distance. So, over, I like the over. Who to pick?
I'm gonna take Rozenstruik.
And now, are you picking him because you know his name?
No, I know both of them.
Okay.
Augusto Sakai just knocked out Alistair Overeem in January.
Overeem's done.
Yeah.
Ever since USADA came in.
Jairzinho Rozenstruik recently knocked out Junior Dos Santos, but he had he just lost to Cyril Gane. That was his last fight. He lost to Cyril Gane. Before that, beat Dos Santos. Before that, got knocked out by Ngannou.
Okay. Damn. So.
But he's also 10-2. So the only 2 losses he has against Ngannou and an undefeated fighter in Cyril Gane.
Yeah. Okay.
Augusto Sakai's 15-2.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Rozenstruik. And I wouldn't even touch the under over, but I'm thinking over just because the other guy's a kickboxer. But that's
Rozenstruik by TKO +150. Rozenstruik by decision +550. Sakai by TKO 250. Sakai by decision +350.
Really? So they think decision? Yeah, well, he's a kickboxer. That makes sense.
Right, but Rozenstruik versus Cyril Gane went to a decision, which no one thought that would happen. So
yeah,
Rozenstruik by decision +550.
I like that.
It's not bad.
I like that.
I like that too.
And I like that more than the knockout at +150. I think that's bananas.
All right, here we go. The lines have changed a little bit for UFC 263.
Okay.
Adesanya's line went down. People are betting on Vettori. Adesanya is now -240. Vettori +200 flat.
Before we go on, Walt Harris, underdog, +145. Sprinkle. Continue.
Yep. Marcin Tybura, though.
Sprinkle a little bit. Just a little. Just a little. Don't even call it a sprinkle. Call him Jimmy's.
There you go. Adesanya, Vettori. You got Adesanya?
Yeah. Next.
There is no over-under listed,
as
there are no decision or method of victory prop bets yet.
Who do you think's the closest to Kevin Gastelum that he's fought since Adesanya?
Stylistically or?
Stylistically.
Robert Whittaker.
Whittaker?
Yeah. I think that Vettori is very similar to Gastelum, though. I don't think Vettori necessarily has the power that Gastelum has, though.
Okay.
Gastelum probably has the most power of anybody Adesanya's fought, besides Blachowicz.
Okay. No, yeah.
All right, going to, we're talking about UFC 263. Same odds for Figueiredo Moreno. Figueiredo -240, Moreno +200. I would have expected Moreno to get some votes. Or some picks,
He will.
I guess.
He will closer to the fight. He's going to get the Dylan Furtados. And
right. Dylan is a fan.
Yeah. If his coaches are telling the truth about him getting hospitalized and him going out there for 5 rounds after, if they're telling the truth, yeah, I'm betting on Figueiredo.
And Moreno broke his arm in the middle of the fight.
Moreno did?
Mm-hmm.
That was a crazy fight.
Here's another line change. That was a fucking ridiculous. I wonder if Figueiredo dick kicks him again. That was one of the worst dick kicks we've ever seen.
If he doesn't dick kick him, he wins the fight.
Right.
You can't forget that. So that dude won the fight. Not though.
Right.
In quotes. He did not win the fight.
One of the most anticipated returns in the UFC in some time, Nate Diaz comes back to fight Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards has finally reached the -500 mark. Nate Diaz plus 380.
Keep going. Keep going up, please. Please keep going up.
Sprinkle some on Nate Diaz. Sprinkle
it
some on
better
Nate
go
Diaz.
to 420. It better
Oh,
go.
that'd be hilarious.
It better go to plus 420.
You think people? I think people hammer Nate Diaz towards the fight, though. I think people hammer both, but I think people are going to see the plus 380 and be like, "Yeah, fuck it."
I still think it goes up more.
What is Adesanya and Nate Diaz on a parlay? Adesanya and Nate
It's like
Diaz on a
plus
parlay
6.
is plus 580,
That
and then
was
if you
close.
throw in a Figueiredo, plus 860.
It ain't happening, Zach. But it's cool to talk about.
I think it could happen, man.
Yeah, I mean, you can think.
Leon Edwards has a lot of fucking hype to his name. I was not impressed by his eye poke against Bilal Muhammad, who, by the way, is also fighting in this card against Damian Maia. Bilal Muhammad is minus 240. Damian Maia is plus 200. And I want to sprinkle on Damian Maia. I want to sprinkle on Damian Maia.
Who's the underdog?
Damian Maia plus 200. Muhammad minus 240. Nate Diaz at plus 380.
It's a beautiful number.
Nate Diaz at plus 380, parlayed with Damian Maia at plus 200 is plus 1340.
I fucking love that.
I love that. What is the pod bet for Adesanya, Figueiredo, Diaz, and Maia?
All right, this is going to change.
Plus 3,000.
That's not the pod bet.
No, it's not the pod bet.
That's not the pod
No,
bet.
it's
I can
not.
tell you that right now. I'm curious with the overs and unders in this card. I might bet more on the overs and unders because these fighters.
Dude, Sportsbook doesn't have any of the over-unders right now.
Not yet.
Any of them.
Yeah. They will though.
Drew Dober is also minus
These
120.
fighters. I like Drew Dober. He did not get to fight his last opponent. Late notice. So that would be interesting.
Jamal Hill. You know who Jamal Hill is? He's like an
I forgot
up-and-comer.
what I was gonna say. Score of the Bruins game. Oh, you goddamn bitch. Score of the Bruins game.
The Bruins Islanders game is scoreless with 16 minutes.
Scoreless.
So, we got 5 more minutes here.
Yeah.
Jamal Hill. You know who that is?
No.
He's like 9-0. He's an up-and-comer in the light heavyweight. I think he's 2-0 in the UFC. He's fighting Paul Craig.
Paul Craig. Ooh.
Jamal Hill is minus 300.
I wonder what Paul Craig is by submission.
Paul Craig is plus 240. Money line. Paul Craig is plus 240.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
And then we got Drew Dober minus 120. Brad Riddle plus 100.
Dude, Drew Dober is a fucking beast, man.
Joanne Calderwood versus Lauren Murphy. Joanne Calderwood is minus 125. And honestly, I like the minus 125. I would take Calderwood.
I like Calderwood and I like Drew Dober. What's Calderwood and Drew Dober on a? It's like plus 3? Maybe
I don't know if I want to
350?
put.
No, I'm just from my own.
Gotcha.
This is like my
Put it
own
in.
bet.
Put it in right now. Calderwood minus 125. Drew Dober minus 120 is plus 230.
It blows.
It does.
I figured at least plus 300 or something.
Uh,
But yeah, I do like that.
Chase Hooper is plus 115 versus Steven Peterson, who's minus 135.
How
by the
old
way.
is Steven Peterson? If Steven Peterson has
I don't know.
wins under his belt, yeah.
We'll look that up for MMA though.
No,
Coming
yeah,
up next at 8 o'clock. Make sure you tune in to MMA Complete at 8 o'clock every Thursday night. We're also going to be live streaming next weekend, June 12th, for UFC 263 from 8 p.m. to 1 o'clock in the morning. That is MMA Complete. Check us out on MMA Complete on YouTube, and also check us out on Twitter at complete_MMA. Check out Naked Sports on YouTube. That's Naked Sports, no space. Check out Fans Only Sports. That's Sports with a Z on YouTube. And yeah, show some love. Show some love to Naked Sports and Fans Only Sports. We're not going anywhere. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to step away for a couple minutes.
You want to skim through baseball fast?
We only got like a minute.
Fast. I only like what?
Yeah, give me to it. Give me in a minute.
What? All right. Are you ready?
Go.
All right. Chicago White Sox minus 1.5 versus the Detroit Tigers. Chicago White Sox minus 1.5 is minus 120. Detroit Tigers suck.
Yep.
White Sox best in the league. San Francisco Giants versus the Cubs. San Francisco Giants sleeper this year. Watch out for them. Minus 1.5 plus 165 versus the Cubs. I like that. Mets Padres minus 1.5 plus 125. Padres also one of the best teams in the league. I like the Padres versus the Mets, even though the Mets have one of the best pitching rotations in the league currently.
Padres got Yu Darvish on the mound though.
Yeah, Seattle Mariners versus Los Angeles Angels. Angels, I bet against the Angels a little
Yep,
bit
I would
just
take the
because
Mariners plus
I
140
take
money
the
line.
Mariners. No Mike Trout, and also take the points. Minnesota Twins versus Kansas City Royals. Minnesota Twins blow. They suck. Kansas City Royals all day.
Royals aren't the best team this year either, though.
Yeah, I got more faith in them.
They have J.A. Happ on the mound, do the Twins, actually. That's pretty good. I would take the under.
And they're getting the
I would
point.
take the under 9.5.
Under 9.5. I like that.
All right, so that's going to do it for Bet the Deed episode 9. Come in next week when we got our 10th episode special. It's going to be special.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
10 shots?
Oh, boy. Check out MMA Complete coming to you live in about 10 minutes. We're out of here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. See you next